Imagine your sales calendar is packed, slots filled every day, your closers are busy, but at the end of the week, the numbers just don't add up. Calls happened, but the closes didn't. This is a common frustration for sales teams everywhere. You see a calendar full of activity, but when you look closer, most of those calls aren't converting. It's not about your closers or your script. The real issue is the quality of the calls being booked. If your calendar is full of unqualified leads, you're just spinning your wheels. Let's dig into why this happens and how to fix it. When you zoom in on those unqualified calls, you'll notice a pattern. Prospects say things like, "I don't think I can do that right now," or "let me talk to my spouse," or even "maybe next month." These aren't closer problems or script issues, they're calendar problems. The root cause is letting people book calls who aren't ready or able to buy. If you want to improve your close rate, you need to make sure only qualified prospects make it onto your calendar. That's the first step to transforming your sales results. Now picture a calendar where every single call is with someone who can actually pay. Not just interested or optimistic people, but prospects with verified financial capacity to become a customer today. That's the promise of a qualified sales call system. In this video, I'll walk you through exactly how to build one, step by step, so your team spends time only with real buyers and your close rates soar. Here's a key idea. Meta's ad platform doesn't know who has money or who's serious about buying. It only understands events and feedback loops, like clicks and form fills. If you're only sending Meta generic signals, it will keep finding people who click but never buy. To change your results, you need to change what you're teaching Meta. Instead of training it on cheap leads, you need to train it on real buyer signals. Most businesses send Meta signals like clicks, form fills, and page views. But what you should be sending are qualified buyer signals and disqualified signals. When you give Meta real qualification data, who is financially qualified and who isn't, Meta reallocates your ad spend. It stops targeting browsers and starts targeting buyers. The result? The same budget delivers completely different, much better results. One operator summed it up perfectly. "We send that information back to Facebook, and now we're getting more qualified calls at a cheaper rate." The ads didn't chain. The system did. By teaching the ad platform what a real buyer looks like, you can dramatically improve your results without increasing your ad spend. This is a game changer for any sales-driven business. Entire qualified calls system runs on just 3 tools. First, a financial qualification tool that captures real buyer data at opt-in. Second, an automation tool that passes qualification outcomes between your systems. Third, an ad tracking tool that syncs those outcomes back to Meta as conversion events. These 3 tools work together to ensure only qualified leads make it onto your calendar, and your ad platform keeps getting smarter. Here, how the 3 tools stack works in practice. A lead opts in, and the qualification tool instantly pulls their financial data. The automation tool checks if they meet your criteria and tags them as qualified or disqualified. The tracking tool then fires that tag back to Meta as a real conversion event. Now, Meta knows exactly who is a buyer and who isn't, and it adjusts your targeting accordingly. This feedback loop is the engine of your qualified calls system. Let's walk through the 5 steps to set up your qualified calls system. This is the exact infrastructure one company used to book 112 qualified sales calls in just 7 days, without changing a single ad. Each step builds on the last, creating a seamless process that filters out unqualified leads and fills your calendar with real buyers. Step 1 is activating financial data capture on your opt-in form. When a lead submits their name, email, and phone, the system instantly pulls their real financial data, like credit score, available credit, and reported income. This is a soft inquiry, fully compliant, and happens in less than a second. With this data, you can make informed decisions about who should move forward in your sales process. An optional but powerful addition is automatic routing. Based on the financial data, leads who meet your criteria are sent to your closer's calendar, while those who don't are redirected to a lower ticket offer. This keeps your calendar clean and helps you recover ad spend from leads who aren't ready for your main offer. It's a smart way to maximize every lead that comes in. Here's a key data point. Across over 500 client accounts, more than 80% of no-shows have a sub-650 credit score. If no-shows are a problem for your team, consider routing based on credit score. The right threshold for your business will depend on your offer and your own data trends, but using real data helps you make smarter decisions. Step 2 is setting up an automation workflow that triggers on every form submission. The workflow checks the lead's qualification data and sends the appropriate tag, qualified or disqualified, to your ad tracking tool. Both signals matter, and this automation ensures every lead is properly categorized for smarter targeting. Inside your ad tracking tool, set up conversion events for both qualified and disqualified tags. Most people skip the disqualified signal, but it's crucial. When a qualified lead comes in, fire a conversion event to Meta. When a disqualified lead comes in, fire a different event. This tells Meta not just who to find, but also who to avoid. Over time, your targeting gets sharper and more effective. Next, connect these conversion events to your Meta pixel. Inside Meta's Events Manager, create 2 custom conversions, one for qualified calls, one for disqualified leads. Set the event source to your tracking tool and configure the rules. Aim for a match quality score of 8.5 or higher. This ensures Meta is learning from the right data. Finally, build smart audiences inside Meta. Create a lookalike audience from your qualified call events so Meta knows what a real buyer looks like. Then, create an exclusion audience from your disqualified leads to prevent wasted spend. Set the exclusion window to 60 to 90 days. This step ensures your ads are shown only to the right people. As you run this system, the results compound. Every week, Meta gets smarter about who your real buyers are. Your cost per qualified lead drops, your calendar fills with people who can actually pay, and your close rate goes up. The longer you run it, the smarter and more efficient your system becomes. It's not about working harder, it's about working smarter. Keep your system running smoothly. Avoid these 4 common mistakes. First, don't optimize for leads instead of outcomes. Generic form submissions won't help. Second, don't let unqualified leads book calls. Third, always send both positive and negative signals to Meta. And fourth, don't change your definition of qualified mid-campaign, or you'll reset Meta's learning. Stick to your criteria and let the system do its work. When this system is set up correctly, the results are impressive. Teams have doubled their close rates, eliminated calendar waste, and booked over 100 qualified calls in just a week, all without changing their ads. The difference is in the system, not the offer. Real buyer data drives real results. One sales agency owner put it best. Out of the gate, we could see right away with new ads how qualified these leads actually were. Best product we've ever implemented in the last 5 years. There's nothing even remotely close. This kind of feedback shows just how powerful a qualified call system can be for your business. Let's recap the 5 steps. First, capture real financial data at opt-in. Second, automate qualification tagging. Third, fire both qualified and disqualified signals to your ad tracking tool. Fourth, connect those events to your Meta pixel. Fifth, build lookalike and exclusion audiences from real buyer data. The whole system can be set up in under an hour and get smarter every week. For a deeper dive, there's a complete step-by-step guide available with all the technical details, tool configurations, common mistakes, and bonus tips. If you want to get the most out of your qualified call system, check out the full breakdown for everything you need to know. Stop training Meta on broke leads. Start training it on buyers. When you feed your ad platform real qualification data, you transform your sales process and your results. Build your qualified calls system today and see the difference for yourself.